Welcome. Russian politicians have approved new legislation that could see saboteurs handed long jail terms, pointing to emerging terrorist threats, including from foreigners, amid Moscow's war in Ukraine. Moscow this year has introduced a host of legislative actions to quash any perceived threats at home against the Kremlin's nearly 10 months long war. The lower house of parliament said in a statement that legislators had approved in its third and final reading a package of measures aimed at protecting our country and citizens from terrorist and sabotage threats. The Russian Federation is conducting a special military operation and at the same time accepting refugees and remains open for the entry and exit of foreign citizens, Duma Speaker Vyacheslav Volodin was cited as saying in the statement, explaining the need for the laws. United States basketball star Brittany Griner called on her supporters to write letters to Paul Whelan, the former U.S. Marine held in Russia, days after she was released from a Russian penal colony as part of a prisoner swap. The two-time Olympic gold medalist and eight-time Women's National Basketball Association All-Star was arrested in February at an airport outside Moscow for carrying vape cartridges containing hashish oil in her luggage. Griner's fans and fellow athletes mounted a campaign for her release and sent letters of support as she was subsequently convicted of drug smuggling and transferred to one of Russia's most notorious penal colonies. Biden has welcomed Zelensky to the White House with renewed assurances of U.S. support amid Russia's continued onslaught on Ukraine. "Thank you first of all," Zelensky told the U.S. president. "It's a great honor to be here." Zelensky has said he was in Washington, D.C. to thank the U.S. for its help in the war against Russia and would also hold talks to strengthen Ukraine's defense capabilities. "Next year, we must return the Ukrainian flag and freedom to our entire land, to all our people," he said in a statement on Telegram alongside photos of him in the U.S. The Russian mercenary group fighting in Ukraine aims to recruit women jailed in Russia and deploy them to the front, the Kremlin-linked Wagner group founder, Yevgeny Prigozhin, says. Not only nurses and communications staff, but also in sabotage groups and sniper pairs, the 61-year-old said, referring to World War II-era female sharpshooters hailed in Soviet propaganda. "Everyone knows this has been done before. We're getting there. There's some resistance, but I think we'll overcome it," Prigozhin said on social media. He was responding to a Russian official east of Moscow who said women imprisoned in the city of Nizhny Tagil had asked him to be sent to Ukraine to help the Russian army. The White House has announced it will provide $1.85 billion in military aid to Ukraine, with confirmation it will also send a Patriot missile battery, as Zelensky visits Washington, D.C. for his first trip out of Ukraine since Russia invaded in February.